We never asked for anything, and we never got anything. We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force where we would be, frankly, unstoppable. But I won't do that. Okay? Now everyone's saying, oh, good. That's probably the biggest statement I made, because people thought I would use force. I don't have to use force. I don't want to use force. I won't use force. All the United States is asking for is a place called Greenland, where we already had it, as a trustee, but respectfully returned it back to Denmark not long ago after we defeated the Germans, the Japanese, the Italians, and others in World War II. We gave it back to them.
Og det, der vel står ganske klart efter den her tale, det er, at præsidentens ambition er jo intakt. Det er selvfølgelig isoleret positivt, at der bliver sagt, at vi kommer ikke til at bruge militær magt. Det skal man selvfølgelig tage ned. Og vi vil selvfølgelig også fortsætte ned ad det diplomatiske spor, som vi aftalte, da vi var i USA i sidste uge. Altså, Danmark holder vores aftaler, og den aftale, vi har indgået i Washington i sidste uge, det er en aftale med hans vicepræsident og hans udenrigsminister om, at vi starter drøftelser på højt niveau for at se, om vi er i stand til at imødekomme de amerikanske bekymringer, der er, som jeg også forstår, at præsidenten berører i talen her, på en måde, der respekterer vores røde linjer. Det er det, vi kan forhandle om. Altså, vi starter jo ikke nogen forhandlinger med afsæt i, at vi giver op på nogle grundlæggende principper. Det kommer vi aldrig til.
You know, when I see what's happening with Greenland, I wonder, because I want Greenland for security. I don't want it for anything else. We have so much rare earth. We don't know what to do with it. We don't need it for anything else. And in terms of Greenland, you know, you have to go 25 feet down through ice to get it. It's not something that a lot of people are going to do or want to do. No, this is security we're talking about. And I can say one thing about Mark. He wants security, and he wants security for all of us. I think we're a member of NATO. He wants security for NATO and beyond.
And when it comes to the Arctic, I think President Trump is right. Other leaders in NATO are right. We need to defend the Arctic. We know that these sea lanes are opening up. We know that China and Russia are increasingly active in the Arctic. There are 8 countries bordering on the Arctic. 7 are a member of NATO. That's Finland and Sweden and Norway and Denmark, Iceland, Canada and the US. And there's only one country bordering on the Arctic outside NATO, and that's Russia. And I would argue there is a 9th country, which is China, which is increasingly active in the Arctic region. So President Trump and other leaders are right. We have to do more there. We have to protect the Arctic. Of course, I see that there are these tensions at the moment. There's no doubt. Again, I'm not going to comment on that, but I can assure you the only way to deal with that is, in the end, thoughtful diplomacy.
I would say a lot, actually. It feels like a huge relief in many ways, because, of course, I and many other Greenlandic people have been super worried about what might happen, because there have been talks about using force. So it makes me super relieved. But again, you never know with Donald Trump. Well, like, for me, you know, it doesn't feel like everything is over just because a statement like that is out. So I still feel like everything can happen. So it's only up to time. Time will tell what happens.
Very thrilled to hear that. First of all, because he has been saying a lot of stuff about taking Greenland with force, like he'll do it the hard way, which is so scary to hear. And I'm just thrilled that he has now announced that, but I'm also like keeping my hopes down and still like hoping for the best and preparing for the worst, because sometimes he can be saying a lot of stuff. Yeah. I do think that he still really wants to take Greenland, but again, I try not to think too much about it, because it can be so consuming, and like it takes over like your everyday life if you think too much about it.